number 4 of 14, Seven Nation Army by White Stripes. If you need a copy of the PDF, just drop me a WhatsApp. I'll be happy to send it to you. And your riffs is going to sound like this. Now, it's a really fun riff if you're new to guitar, and if you've been playing for some time, you should play this song. It's just really cool fun. So we're going to now focus in on our fretting hand. We're going to look at what we're doing over here, and we're going to walk you through it step by step. We're playing a bit higher up than normal from the open position, so we're not playing by fret number 1. We're playing all the way up to frets number 5 and fret number 7, and we're going to work our way down progressively down to fret number 2. So your opening part is going to look something like this. You've got your ring finger, number 3, on fret number 7 of the 5th string. It should sound like this. And then after that, you're going to go to string number 4, fret 5. So your first 2 notes for Seven Nation Army, 7, 7, 5. Also pay attention to the timing, 7, 7, 5. Okay, so there's a bit of a gap between the first 2 sevens. Then after that 5 on the 4th string, you come back to the 7 on the 5th string. Then you stay on the 5th string for the rest of this bar. So after the 7, coming back onto 5, but this time the 5th strings fret 5, not the 4th strings, the 5th strings. So your first phrase is going to sound like this. And you'll notice that up until then my thumb really hasn't done much. It's all been basically in fingers 1 and 3, 2, 3, 4, and then we do that move we spoke about. We move the hand as 1 down to fret number 3, and then there's a tiny pause, and you move down to number 2 over there. Notice that when I did it down, I didn't suddenly do this when I moved, so my thumb's gone. You can see my thumb sitting over there. We don't do that, so make sure that when you move down from here, you can see the movement, and you change down, and you change down. So I want you to observe that the thumb is moving sort of lined up parallel almost with the first finger. So one more time with me, 2, 3, 4, and again. And that's essentially the basics for Seven Nation Army. Now on the picking, I just want to focus on our picking hand for a quick minute there. I'd like us to add a little bit of palm damping. What palm damping means you put the back end of your picking hand's palm sort of over the bridge in such a way that it's actually relaxing or resting on the string a bit. So you can hear my string is slightly muffled. This is no muffle. This is with a muffle. This is with too much muffle. So now it's dead. So if I slide my hand back, you can actually hear the pitch change from very muffled, getting clearer, to no muffle. So you just want to bring your hand forward enough so that you can dampen enough to make it sound something like this. And that's essentially Seven Nation Army. Now before we say goodbye, I'm going to sneak in the rest of the song quickly just because it's real fun to play. So back to the fretting hand. This part I'm showing you now isn't actually on the PDF. I just thought I'd drop it in because the video is so short otherwise. We're looking at the part that goes like this. I'm sure you recognize that from the song as well. Now what actually happens is when we go to that part, just before we get there, you strum a G chord. We all know G. We know an A chord. And then we go back to what seems like the first riff because it is. And the second time round, we've got the variation. So listen carefully from the first one to the second one having the variation. Here's the first one. Second one. And what I'm hoping you'll recognize and see over there is that change when after you go down to the 3, instead of going to 2 now, you quickly go back to the 5, then to the 3 again, and then to the 2. And notice how much my hand is working as well. Let's do that second riff again. First movement, doesn't move for that part, and then it goes down. So if you want to try and play it with me to make sure you've got it right, Let's try first riff, second riff that I showed you now, back to the first riff again, and again the second riff. This would be basically your chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4, and second riff. Back to the first riff. And second riff. And there you have it. So just a really fun, easy riff to play. I hope you enjoyed it. If you need the PDF, drop me a WhatsApp.